Hi everyone. I'm going to be doing a reading for the solar eclipse tomorrow and the new Chinese New Year. The fire horse, the year of the fire horse. Yeah. So good at words today. Where do I want to begin? I think I'm going to start with some moonology. I'm going to pull quite a bit of oracle because my intention is to speak on what is going to be coming up due to this big event. And I really like reading from oracle, so. I'm overthinking this reading a lot. I want to start over. What is coming in for the collective? For those that will tune into this. For the big event that is tomorrow, the solar eclipse and the Chinese New Year of the fire horse. A time for healing at the bottom of the deck. I need to keep in mind that I'm trying to be a little bit more future-based. What is coming in for the collective that will be tuning into this video? What will they need to know? How will they need to conduct themselves? In order to maximize the energy that's coming in. I think I'm going to pull everything and then go ahead and read it. So don't mind me, you're going to see a lot of shuffling. I think I've seen a lot about not doing too much cleaning or hair washing or hair upkeep, like haircuts, for the Chinese New Year, because it could do away with your luck or abundance. But I'm wondering if that means tomorrow is supposed to be more of a day of sitting with the energy rather than making big moves. Because I see a time for healing at the bottom of the deck for the moonology. I think that tomorrow is going to be a really, really energetic day as it is, so it's probably best to not pour gasoline on the fire. Just to let the energy do its job, perhaps. What does the collective need to know about for tomorrow? For the Chinese New Year, for the solar eclipse, seems to be all that wanted to come out. The woodpecker. And I'll show you all the cards once I get more into them. I think I'm going to pull a little bit of everything that I have. Because why not? I'm not doing 2 readings tonight. I'm doing one big one. One wigwam. I took my dogs on a walk tonight and it was a small nightmare. It wasn't that bad. I just like to take them to the park when no one's there and let them run and be free. But someone showed up on our way out, so I had to wrangle them, and they hated it. They hated it. Which made me hate it. I just know that I wouldn't be able to get them to not run up to the person if I didn't have them wrangled, so. Insight to the bottom of the deck. Alright, what does the collective need to know in regards to February 17th, the day of the solar eclipse and the day of the Chinese New Year? Evolution. Is there anything else that you can give us for the collective, please? If that's it, then that's it. That's it. Alright. Balance. That's interesting. Okay. Petrichor is popping into my head. The smell that the earth releases when it rains. Wonder how that fits. Curious what the significance of rain is anyway. I might look that up towards the end. Head right. head rot. This is going to be another reading of more so how you need to be prepared for tomorrow. I don't think I know how to do anything else. Every single time I try to do more of like a predictive tarot reading, it just doesn't work. It's more of a, you need to carry yourself like this so that way you don't fuck up your life. Excuse my language. Don't worry, I read like that for myself as well. So if you ever think I'm being too blunt or not very happy sounding, trust me, I know. I've hurt my feelings a lot with my own tarot readings. I get it. What do we need to know for tomorrow? The solar eclipse and the Chinese New Year of the fire horse. Is there anything else you can give us? All right. Oh. Interesting. I wonder how that fits. This is exciting. I'm going to put these like this so I have more room with everything that I'm doing. You know what else I'm going to do? We're going to look at the chakras. Which chakras we might want to take a peek at. Because I don't know. Why not? Why not? Let the new cycle arrive before making big moves, big decisions. Let tomorrow come and settle in. Tomorrow feels like it's a big deal. Big deal. Alrighty, what chakras should I have the collective focus on in order to handle tomorrow that brings in things for their highest good? Ooh, hello, Mamacita. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Getting a little more room here, friends. Making big messes. Big messes. Big, big messes. Okay. first. Don't mind me, I'm all weird sounds over here. Oh my god, there's a lot. There are a lot of chocolate cards here. This one's not super duper important. It just tells you where they're located. Okay. Bananas and cheese. All right. There we go. The High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, being connected to your intuition. What do we need to know for the Chinese New Year, the Fire Horse, and the solar eclipse? What else do we need to know? Anything else you can tell me? That might be it. That's it. Okay. High Priestess back at the bottom of the deck. That, this, that, and the other thing. Okay. Alright, let's get right into the Oracle. You know, there isn't as much that came out as I thought there would. Okay, we're going to start with Moonology, and we're going to start with A Time for Healing, Balsamic Moon. And as you know, I like to read from the deck and also give anything that comes up for me when doing so. But the reason that I also read from the book is in case there's something in there for you that I don't pick up on but resonates for you. Ooh, that's exciting. I like how that feels already. All right, A Time for Healing. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dreams so you're ready when the time comes. When one is healed, all are healed. It's time to let go of the past. You are about to turn the corner. You need more time to heal. Think about how the situation would look if everyone were healed. Patience is required at the time of the balsamic moon. It's time for self-care as you slowly but surely prepare yourself for the new moon, which is just around the corner. Tomorrow. No matter which point in the current moon cycle you have pulled this card, it is a reminder to go a bit easy on yourself. The time to step into your creatrix power will come soon enough. Give yourself the time you need. Ooh, yeah! Sorry, I get excited when I'm on point. Absolutely, that's exactly what I was feeling about this when I was looking at all of it. Tomorrow marks the beginning of a new cycle. It's the time when... Sorry, my words aren't coming just right. Let me read the next card. See if those words come up a little bit better than they were going to. New moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than take. This card usually speaks to self-care. Usually. Which really fits with the Chinese year, not making any big moves, not taking any bold action. Tomorrow is a day to fill up your cup, even tonight. I also felt the need to not pile too much on my plate tonight. I told myself I had a whole list planned out, and my body was like, girl, I don't think so. We're gonna have to pick and choose and then get a little bit of sleep tonight. So, and I feel like that's going to be true for tomorrow as well. Like, there's some plans that I felt the need to push back to at least Wednesday, because it just doesn't feel right to be taking too much action right now. Let the new cycle come in and settle. There's lots that may not be coming with you, whether that be an old way of being, relationships, roles, jobs, positions, if that makes sense. I can already tell that this year is going to be an incredibly fiery year, as it is. So I think it's going to be really important to just chill for a little bit. Virgo, okay, 52. I'm going to try and not get too repetitive. It's hard to not go around and around in circles with what you're trying to say, because you feel it come up, you're ready to talk about it, and so you do, and then you read another card, and it just kind of tweaks it just a little bit in such a way where it clicks a little bit better, and so I apologize. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests you make that restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it. So if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves clean eating, alternative therapies, so add these to your routines now. However you've been feeling, if a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you and think about more what you can do for others. Recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. Gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to detail if you want success without being pedantic. And if you know what that word means, awesome. Feel free to tell the rest of us because I don't know. Be of service to others, and love and money will follow. The person you're asking about is reliable. Interesting. I'm sure that for some of these, for some people tuning in, there could be a bit of romance hinted at as we have a new romantic cycle begins as our next Moonology card. And to further I can't think of what I want to say. We got the Balance card in the Crystal Ally Oracle deck. And I just think it fits because it's got the scales just like this card does. So there's a bit of needing to do what it means to you to become balanced. And then I think that this could also be hinting at love for some of you. Well, or not hinting at, but maybe that's part of your new cycle that's coming in. I can't say it's going to be for everybody. Because a new cycle can be lots of things. Anyway, Virgo is the sign of health, service, and analysis. Its energy is precise, and has a feel of the harvest about it. When this card comes up, it could be that a wonderful bounty is coming your way. However, the energy of the new moon in Virgo is usually about getting your life in order, so that's what you need to do at the time of the Virgo new moon and whenever else you pull this card. Well, interesting. Fill up your cup. Rest assured that great things are coming. Worry less about what you're going to get and more about the way that you can give. And the best way to have something to give is to give to yourself first. This card isn't asking you to fill from an empty cup. It's asking you to take care of yourself. And when you take care of yourself, you have more to offer. And I also think that that's a bit funny because typically, I wouldn't say so much in this deck, but the Six of Spheres is here, Six of Pentacles in other decks, where there's something about give and take. Just thought I'd throw that out there. New romantic cycle begins. Let's go look at that. This is going to be a long reading. 54. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning, and if that's the case, the chances are that this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. And in anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Attune to the moon. Reach out to someone and let them know you care. Feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. A legal matter will go your way. Pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. Libra is the sign of love and harmony, negotiation, and relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have the new moon in Libra, or at any time you draw this card, there's a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium. So I'm glad that this could talk about many things. This could be a legal matter. My ability to talk is unreal. A legal matter could go your way. A new restart in love. I wonder what about appearances. I'm curious how that would work. I don't know if maybe that has to do with hormones balancing out. I wonder if that has to do with the new moon in Virgo and how it spoke about health and new routines. So maybe something that you are planning on taking up is going to help balance you out as a whole, health-wise. That could be a thing. And because it is technically the new year, it would be a great time to recommit to any goals that you would like to have. The one thing that really gets me is our normal new year, which is December 31st, January 1st. The end being December 31st. It happens right in the middle of winter. Winter is a time of hibernation, of rest. It's not a time of making big decisions and big leaps and taking a bunch of action. Typically in winter, it's still a time to take your time to rest and relax and plan more than anything. Whereas when you hit spring, that's when it's time to start taking action. That's when things start moving. That's when the energy starts moving. And that's the best time to put plan into action. It's the beginning. It's represented by Aries. Aries being the first sign of the zodiac. And some of our and Neptune and Saturn has just moved into Aries. So I ran out of storage. I had to go delete things out of my trash because phones hold on to everything for 30 days. I was like, I was deleting everything as I posted it. Damn nabbit. Anyway, where was I? That's right, I was talking about the new cycle and Aries and it being a good time to take up those habits you would like to put forth some action on. We're going to go ahead and move on from that and read about woodpecker. The wooden pecker. Just kidding. Woodpecker. Number 38. I don't know if that number has any resonance for you. Oh, yeah, this chair sucks. I am woodpecker, the rhythm of the ancients and the heartbeat of the earth. I am drummer. I am the percussion of life. I am the one who digs deep and finds the secrets hidden within. I am in tune with the world and allow my echoes to lead me to the hearts of others. I can dredge up those things forgotten. I can call out that which hides. Know that everything has a time, a beat of its own. Know that there are always more layers beneath the surface. I have come to change the pace and alert you to something new on the horizon. Align yourself now with what needs to be rather than what has fallen out of sync. Look to where your heart pulls you and let it play out. Find the new beat of your life. There is great power in realignment. I think that really fits with the A Time for Healing because it spoke of letting go as well. Letting what leaves your life to leave. A very let them sort of energy. You are captivating sound. You are the energy of vibration. You are connection. You are woodpecker. I think that really speaks for itself. If I feel anything come up, I'm not feeling anything come up for it right now. I will retrace and tell you. Let's read about sparrow. It's getting cold in my house. I need to close my windows. Sparrow. Did I show you the woodpecker? I don't think that I did. Sparrow is number 32. And I just get a very self-love vibe from this card. A lot of these cards I find to be quite messy and I have a hard time feeling them, but that one gives me self-love vibes. I am Sparrow, the enlightenment of self-worth. I am pride and simplicity and honor in the commonplace. I am the one standing vigilant. I am power in numbers and the contentment of being a part of the larger whole. Much of human endeavor thrives on originality, of standing out boldly from the crowd. My wisdom encourages the acknowledgement of the role of community and family to shape your personal destiny. You cannot always fly solo, but you cannot neglect the threads that bind it all together. You are approaching a time that will require a group effort and a need to blend in while fostering your imprint on the world. It is a mighty gift to flit about the world unseen, and a greater gift to know you have flocks behind you if you need them. You need to pull back, regroup, and find the common ground. You are engaging humanity. You are a part of something great. You are open. You are Sparrow. So that makes me think of the time for healing, taking a moment to step back and take care of yourself, to plan. There will be a time for action coming up, but also how in the Moonology deck, the New Moon in Libra card said something about doing things in pairs, partnering up. My wisdom encourages the acknowledgement of the role of community and family to shape your personal destiny. What does that mean for you? Maybe it's the way that your family supports you. What role do your friends and family play in your life? Or maybe your actual community. Maybe you're a big part of your community and you have a lot to do with the people that live in the same town as you. Maybe it has to do with the people in your workplace. I'm having a hard time thinking of an actual example to give you, because for me, I'm a bit of a do-it-myself kind of person, but when I'm really feeling, I get into moods where I really need my dad. And I just need to be around him. Or with certain family members. There's something about being around them sometimes that just helps me feel rejuvenated. Not always. Don't get me wrong. But there comes a time where I really just need my family. They help inspire me sometimes. Sometimes being around them reminds me of who I am and why I'm choosing to be that kind of person, for many good reasons and maybe some not so good reasons. So take that if it fits, apply it to your own story, because I'm not going to be able to sum up all of them. I really wish that I had a better example, but I don't think that I do. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the Crystal Ally deck. Moonology is done. We need Crystal Allies. Booyah. Evolution. Headright. And it's a storm card. The storm cards, the storm element in this deck usually has something, always has something to do with great change. Ignore me. I just like zoned out about smoothing that out. And I got lost in it. Okay, 247. I feel excited, quite happy. When did I show you the card? Probably not. I'm spacing out. Evolution. Isn't it funny? Like, look at this being goes from being hunkered down in a ball to working at getting up on his feet, taking a little leap off the ground, and then flying. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that's really fitting for the way that a cycle works. When Herderite appears as your ally, you are being asked to acknowledge your part in the total evolution of humanity at this time in history. Your choices and actions are like a drop in a pool, its ripples affecting everything else around it. Are your current motions, your thoughts and actions moving you toward a higher state of evolution, or are they ripples of past ways of being that need to be reformed or removed before you can experience your life on a higher level? Ooh, there's that letting go up. Letting go up. Gosh, there's that letting go thing coming up again. As with any storm element card, Herderite heralds a time of great change. When Herderite appears, it is telling you that this particular time of change is greatly directed by the thoughts and actions you take. You know in your heart the direction Spirit is asking you to move in. If you accept Spirit's guidance, your actions will cause ripples in the entire fabric of humanity, moving the spiritual evolution of us all forward one step. A step. Not just one, a step. Oh, I allow my physical self to align with my higher self now. I'm really feeling that that's something that we've been working on over this past several weeks, because that's all I've been getting for readings since I picked them back up again. It's all been about letting go and being your best self and pouring into yourself and getting over your fears, getting over past cycles, past ways of being, forgiving yourself for those past ways of being. I think that we're already in a state of letting that go. And I think that this is talking about how we're already stepping into this place because of all of the things that we've let go. Or maybe there's a few more things that you have to say goodbye to, or be a little bit more ready to let go of, because it's here, honey bunny. All right, let's read about balance, which is a fire card, fire element, 147. Tiger Eye, wow. Tiger Eye is calling you to look carefully at both sides of the current situation. It may be that in classifying one as right and the other as wrong, you are missing an important viewpoint that could give you insight into how to proceed. Tiger Eye is asking for you to maintain balance and neutrality until you have considered both sides of the issue. Practice being a witness to what is actually said and done without running the experience through your personal filters. Allow yourself to be impartial. Perhaps you are being warned against extremes at the moment. Self-discipline and self-control are powerful skills for those on the spiritual path. If you are considering major life changes now, you may want to fully consider the issue before taking action. There may be a lesson or aspect of the current situation that you have not yet fully learned. Call upon the frequency of Tiger Eye to aid you in seeing the full import of the situation at hand, then open to the wisdom and guidance you receive. I walk in balance on the path of truth. Interesting. And I think that's why we're being asked to pause on this day of the new cycle, letting it come in and hit, or, letting it settle in, because with a new cycle, there's going to be new information that comes to light. And it's funny because I brought up forgiveness of the self, because of past ways of being. How do I want to word that? I don't know why I brought up forgiveness now. Where did it go? Self-control, self-discipline. Well, I think forgiveness has a lot to do with being able to see both sides of a situation. Because sometimes the reason that we can't look at both sides of the situation and look at it from more of a bird's eye view is because of the hurt that we have toward it. So that's why I'm bringing up forgiveness. Invite love into the situation and take on a little bit of mindfulness so that you have more of a bird's eye view of what's going on. Because like I said, tomorrow is not a time for action. It's coming up. I just don't know when. I feel like I keep getting the message like, hold up, wait a minute, don't do anything yet, or like nothing too impulsive or brash or too bold. There's going to be a time to take that step, but it's just not now. So maybe we aren't fully through this bit of letting go and releasing. Because, and another reason that I'm bringing up forgiveness is because if we impulsively make a decision without having all of the facts about a situation, we could end up perpetuating the same cycle within a new cycle. And you'll just do the whole thing over again and it'll suck. I don't want it to suck for you. I don't want it to suck for me. So yes, continue to relax, as I have said 1,000 times in this reading. Okay. Changing faces. I'm getting cold. I'm gonna have to turn my heat on here in a second. Ravens want. I can't wait to move on to the chakras. And the chakras are going to be maybe some things that you can focus on tomorrow. I know that I need to chill out and read what is in the next set of things that I need to read, but this is going to be a really long reading. Please don't be upset with me. We all must let go at some time or be let go. Isabel Summer is saying a sad but loving farewell to her friend. When a relationship collapses in heartbreak, we dwell on the person that we lost, not realizing that by thinking about them so intensely, we keep the pain alive, perhaps for years. Thoughts create feelings, and feelings shape our world. That's where the forgiveness comes in, I think, a little bit. I think the part of the farewell that fits is letting it go, forgiving, learning what you can from it so that way you don't carry it with you into this new cycle and then perpetuate it all over again. When thoughts turn to loss, direct them toward different matters. It will be hard at first, but with patience, escaping the prison of destructive thoughts is possible. Interesting. That could have to do with the fear of the unknown, those negative feelings that come up. It could be about an actual relationship. It could be about a work position that may be closing out. And sometimes at work we even have things that cause negative feelings, and we can also perpetuate them in another cycle as well. So this could fit anything. Okay, changing faces. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Sorry, I don't know my alphabet. Painted faces brighten any coven festival, and we all wear different faces on occasion, although perhaps not as striking as Lavinia Silverdale's. And I just want to note how the black and the white in this card, how there's a balance of it. Integrating both your light and your dark, taking a good look at it, accepting all of it, seeing all of it, but not moving from a place of only part of it. Does that make sense? I hope so. Masking can help us by covering our vulnerabilities like a shield, such as wearing a brave face during a crisis, or being attentive when really. The dogs decided to get into a bit of a scuffle. That's what I get for leaving them in a room together. All is fine now, they're just turds. Okay. Alright, masking can help us by covering our vulnerabilities like a shield, such as wearing a brave face during a crisis, or being attentive when really we feel exhausted. A mask can be new clothes or a hairstyle, and these simple things can give us a fresh perspective on ourselves. Would you benefit from stepping out of your everyday routine and being someone else for a while? You know, I've actually always struggled with interpreting that card. I don't know what kind of hard time you're going through or the types of things that you're having to let go of. But I believe this card is asking for courage. Not to push too hard, but to keep showing up. Maybe don't show everybody how much it hurts, except for the close people that you trust, because, you know, the Sparrow card said something about not doing it all alone. All right, now we got the heart chakra. This chakra integrates complementary forces, bringing together earthly and spiritual aspirations. This is the chakra that governs how you relate to people and how you handle relationships. The heart chakra gives empathy and compassion. It's responsible for your ability to forgive and accept. It's also the chakra involved in changes and transformation. You have to have an open heart for changes to occur. You're stepping into the unknown and you have to be receptive. Aromatherapy is being hinted at. I don't know what you like. Candles, essential oils. Maybe doing a bath with some oils and bath salts. You're always going to hear me talking about baths and bath salts. It's my favorite thing. There are some yoga poses suggested here. This one's for the throat chakra, you know, speaking your truth. Yoga poses which help to release tension and bring energy to the throat and thyroid include camel, plow, cat-cow with lion's breath, shoulder stand, and fish pose. We have healing the solar plexus. Many of our past traumas are stored in the body and can affect our patterns and behaviors. So maybe doing a little bit of a clearing for your solar plexus. I'm not seeing too much hinted as in like yoga poses, but maybe find something that means something to you when it comes to your solar plexus, because we're in a period of time where we're being asked to let go of a lot of things, a lot of ways of being, thought patterns, beliefs, and so on. And then we have the crown chakra. The crown chakra, like I've said before, is blocked by attachment to outcomes, attachment to things and people, not being able to release what is asking to be released. not releasing what is asking to be released will block you from divine connection, not knowing your next steps. The root chakra affirmation: I am here and I am safe. So if you find yourself in a moment where you're feeling unsure, scared, a little bit lost in the unknown, feel into your root chakra, reconnect with the earth, and remember that you are here and you are safe. Repeat that to yourself as many times as you need. We have a solar plexus affirmation that came up, and it says, the fire within me burns through all blocks and fears. The feeling that blocks the solar plexus is shame. And shame is self-hatred for past ways of being. Maybe not being super duper happy with how we handled things in the past, or maybe because we didn't know enough about a situation to handle it differently. Because of decisions that we've made. Balance the throat chakra. When this chakra is in balance, we speak openly and express ourselves authentically. Excessive energy can lead to overstimulation, arrogance, and dominating conversations. Deficiencies in throat chakra can lead to hiding opinions and desires from others as well as ourselves, being unreliable and manipulative. You will find ways You will find ways to balance and open this chakra on the following cards. So earlier on in these, we got the yoga poses, and I'll repeat them once more just so you know. Camel, plow, cat-cow with lion's breath, shoulder stand, and fish pose. What blocks our throat chakra is the excuses or the lies that we tell ourselves, which in turn can block our third eye. Okay, we're going to call that good with that. So for the tarot, I used the black tarot, and I'm almost out of juice. Almost out of juice. Two of Spheres. Oh, we're going to start with the High Priestess first. The High Priestess represents the knowledge and enlightenment that we attain by overcoming difficulties. The High Priestess archetype is the second encounter for the Fool, indicating that we must learn about our intuition, how to trust it, and when to seek guidance from others. Divination, wisdom from experience, insight, and counseling. Maybe this period of time, this new cycle, this ability to invite in a new cycle through letting go of maybe people, places, and things, thought patterns, beliefs, and behaviors, is to think about the old cycles that you would like to release. Think about what you've learned from them. Integrate that and use it as knowledge and information on how to move forward out of that way of being in those cycles. So that way you're not perpetuating it again. Then we have the Two of Spheres. The Two of Spheres is similar to the Two of Pentacles. In this book, it is not. But if I were to align that card with other tarot, there's a bit of juggling, trying to keep things afloat, trying to keep things working. Whereas this card is saying experiment and try different actions to get better results. maybe that has to do with this upcoming new cycle. Maybe it's time to think about what you've done in the past in those other cycles and do something different now. Then we have the Six of Spheres. Share your wealth and success. Be grateful for what you have achieved. Six spheres hover in the darkness. They represent the accumulated potential of the figure in the darkness, while two palms press against the card, showing his fate. Charity, success, and generosity. I think this speaks to the cards asking you to not do it alone, whatever it is that you're doing. I think you're being asked to partner up in some way, whether that be business, romantic, in your personal life. You'll have to decide how that resonates for you without forcing or being delulu. Please don't be delulu. We don't want that here. Delusion creates blockages, and I don't want you to have blockages. The Six of Spheres also speaks of equal give and take. This could also be sharing what you've learned, because sometimes if you can pass on knowledge to somebody else, hard-earned knowledge, that is a success. The knowledge that you've gained through something that you had to work hard at can help set somebody else ahead. Then we have the Knight of Spheres and the Ten of Spheres. They came out together. These are all spheres. I'm just realizing that this could be very well financial, but I also see the pentacles or spheres as energy. And energy can be anything, really. Just like money, we can have not enough money to afford things, just as we can have not enough energy to afford things. Does that make sense? Like, not have enough battery to take on this project, or I'm just using that as an example. I don't know if that resonates for you at all, and I don't understand why I felt the need to bring that up. Don't ask me why it doesn't make sense to me. Time to take decisive action that leads to concrete results. Find the solution and act on it. A figure is merged with his steed above a sphere embedded in the landscape. It is a source of power that needs his protection. Interesting. Reliable, goal-driven, and self-disciplined. Interesting. Okay. So taking, you have this store of energy, and that could be so many different things. It could be finances. It could be knowledge. What else could it be? I'm running out of examples. I'm sorry. Find the solution and act on it. Decisive action. Using that energy with intention. Taking decisive action. And then we have the Ten of Spheres, which is seek or embrace the fulfillment that comes with a partnership that will help you both attain a great and safe life. And here we are talking about partnering up with somebody. Ten spheres move over the landscape of the dark realm, showing the abundance of energy and the power of interconnection. Inheritance, long-term gains. do I want to word this? Maybe this is taking decisive action towards somebody to create long-term gains. Taking decisive action alongside somebody toward long-term gains. I don't know, but I'm just going to say that tomorrow is asking you to fill up your cup so that way you have something to give and something to share. You are being asked to pause before making a big decision because there is still information coming in. You will know when it's time to take action. You are not going to want to be impulsive. And you're going to want to wait for sure until after tomorrow, maybe even until after the end of this week. And whatever it is, whatever decision you're going to be making, it is going to be with a group or with another person. And it's really, really important that you don't think too much about this decision right now and think more about how to fill up your cup so you have something to give, how to find balance within yourself, how to find forgiveness for all of the different yous that you've been in the past, so that way you can release them. You are being asked to take everything that you learn and create something different for yourself. And I think I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Thank you very much. If you feel called, please comment and let me know how this resonates for you. Let me know what happens over the next month or so. Come back. Come back and tell me. I'm curious because I just want to know. I'm nosy. All right. Have a good night.